To start recording. Hey everyone, it's Susie Mccrea, a proud global founder coming to you from Amherst, Massachusetts in the United States. Today is Tuesday, May 24th, 2022, and this is our Let's Bless Our Loved Ones guest webinar, where you have been invited to hear about a business called ONPASSIVE and how you have the chance today to jump on board as a founder. Marty's going to kick off this webinar, and then I will be giving you a brief presentation. And then afterwards, my two other panelists here, Andy and Dan, will be adding a little bit of their insight into this company, and then we'll wrap things up. So our first speaker today is Marty DeGarmo. He comes to us from New Jersey in the United States. Marty's first part of his career, 15 plus years, was a project manager, and he traveled the globe for big companies. Then after that, for the last 15 plus years, he has been online, doing online businesses, marketing. He's seen it all. He's heard it all. He's been through it all. And he has a lot of wisdom. So he's here to tell you a little bit about why, when he saw ONPASSIVE, he knew it was the right business for him and the only business anyone ever needs. So Marty, it's all yours.
Susie, thank you very much for the introduction. Hello, guys, and let's get started. Today's Tuesday, the 24th of May, believe it or not, and you're going to be given a presentation today explaining the last business you'll ever need, for sure. Like Susie said, I have been online or working online or struggling online for 15 years. And same as everybody else, if you've been online more than a month, you know what it's really like. The reality is you join a so-called opportunity and things don't quite add up to what you expected. Either, for me, this is my experience, and I believe most of you can relate to it. I joined a business, I don't even remember which one the first time, but you get in, you pay a... usually there's a startup thing or a startup kit or something. So they could be anywhere from $200 to $500. So you automatically, now you got online, this isn't brain surgery, you got on to make money, but you're willing to pay a little in to invest in yourself, and, you know, because it's going to pay you back. At least that's what you're hoping. So I've done that. I got in, you know, paid whatever, and they give me a replicated website, and it's, you know, same website as everybody else has. And they say, okay, here's what you do. Make a list of everyone you know, friends and family, and you go, I could do that. And then share this with them. Okay, so I share it with them, and maybe a couple of friends and family in the beginning say, yeah. So let's say you get 2, 3 if you're lucky. They get in, and now they got to do the same thing. Now, remember, I have no skills. I don't know anything about marketing. Zero. The friends and family that I introduced us to, yeah, they've got about the same level. 0. So you're going down the thing, you ran down the names, and you go, what do I do now? What do I do now? And they say, well, just watch this video and listen to this audio, and it'll make you Superman or Superwoman. So you listen to it, you get all hyped up. Oh, yeah. And then a couple hours go by and you go, yeah, but I still don't know how to get people to my site. What the heck? This doesn't make sense. And then they'll tell you, oh, maybe go to a safe list or a traffic exchange or buy a solo ad. I've done that, did it all, bought solo ads, spent hundreds, if not thousands, in years. I've spent all kinds of money. If you're lucky, you get 1 or 2. Now, guess what happens? You're on your 30th day, you're going into month number 2, and you owe a auto ship. Could be anything from 100, 150, 200. Okay, now you're out the original 500. You paid 200 more, let's say, that's 7. You haven't made a dime. 2 of your family members out of the 3 quit because they're like, wait a minute, I got to pay again? I can't afford to pay again. And this goes on and on and on. Then you see other people make it. You say, man, what am I doing? What's wrong with this scenario? Well, the company, all the companies, I'm not going to say a company, all the companies are really rigged against you. They know that 1.5% of the people in the company, super affiliates, let's call them, are going to bring in a majority of the people. And they built a system where they can bring people in a little quicker than they quit. Doesn't sound like a good business plan to me, but anyway. I got allergies, sorry. So about 7, 8 years into it, as I am throwing money away like you couldn't do it any faster, and I can't afford it because the reason I got online was to make money. And I said, you know what? I know what's missing. It's what's missing with a lot of people is traffic. You've got to have traffic. When I mean traffic, people visiting what you have. And on top of that, they need to want what you have on hand. Now, I've sold some stuff that I don't even want. Okay? So I'm going to try to convince somebody this is the best thing that ever happened. And they're going, really? Oh, yeah, you really need it. Why? I'm not sure. But I'm trying to tell you. Anyway, that goes on, right? So I said I got to learn how to get traffic on my own, get leads, targeted if you can. Targeted means I'm looking for MLM people. I'm not looking for people that don't want to work online. That's not going to be any good. So 7, 8 years into it, I learned how to market. I used Twitter. I did some Facebook paid ads, and I'm starting to get a couple of people. Well, it's very difficult. So I ran into Mike Ellis and Dan Street. Dan's here. And we formed a team, and between the three of us, Mike was really good on videos, and Dan could take my caveman writing and make it look nice in an autoresponder. So you put all these three together. Okay, now you're a little better. And then we got better at marketing. We could bring in, we might have had 80 responders, and we made a story out of the autoresponders, and we really wanted in our heart to do the right thing with people too, though. I mean, no doubt. So we got to the point we could build teams, thousands of people, 4,000, 5,000. We did it many times, different companies. Problem is, and it's a horrible problem, it's a problem for everybody. How they handle it's totally up to them. But we got to the point where we could build a team, and a few things happened. None of them are good, by the way. You wake up one day, you're 2 months in, you've got 500, 600 people, you're cranking away. But the problem is you got 500 or 600, but the same amount quit already. Why? Because they're not making any money. Why aren't they making money? They don't know what they're doing, just like you didn't 10 years earlier. And you go, oh, okay, I'm going to help them. Oh, they could duplicate what I'm doing. No, they can't. If they could, everybody would be duplicating somebody, and 98% of the people that fail would be winning, right? And only 2% would be failing because they're dodo birds. But it's not. It's the same number for years and years and years and years. So I'm like, wait a minute. As soon as you turn over a rock and realize I'm missing something, and you get that, you say, okay, we'll do that. Some other ugly thing pops up. So now I'm going to people, look in their face, we're going to help you. It was a lie. I could not teach Fred, Jerry, Larry, Harry, and Mary what we're doing that took me 7, 8 years to do. We tried. We definitely tried. But it was a failure. You'd have to build this mini system for a company that they don't care. They're getting enough people in. They're only going to be around 9 months anyway, right? Most of them, 7, 8 months, they're gone. They started another name, or they take the same product and it's garbage in some cases. They rebrand it, and like sheep, we follow them to the next one. And I'm not making fun of them. I did it. We all did it. So about 3 years ago, over 3 now. I was thinking, I don't know if I want to keep doing this. We talked about maybe starting our own type of business, affiliate business. But man, that needs capital, big money, and you got to be able to sell something that's in high demand, and you got to be able to compete. It's a nightmare. So I thought, man, this is not what I thought it was. And I thought, I don't want to keep doing this. This is insane. I got to go to, you look at yourself in the mirror at night and go, how many people did you railroad today? That wasn't our goal. So you look at me and say, man, this doesn't feel right. It's kind of dirty, actually. And we got together. I was thinking, I'm not doing this anymore. We'll do something else. Well, we're not dealing with it. We're not bringing people in. We did investment stuff, but bringing people in knowing they're not going to make it, it was killer. So, like I said, 3 years ago, I ran into Red Redburn. He's not here today, and Peter Rogers, and they were doing this business that you're going to hear about today. And I asked them, I said, what are you doing? And they told me, and I said, oh, cool. I got a few questions because I'm not jumping in. This is 15 years of this crap. You don't get that excited, okay? I said, do people have to recruit? No. Okay. Is there an auto ship? Nope. Am I trying to sell a left-handed monkey wrench to a pigeon? No. They're in high demand by the billions of dollars. Whoa, digital products so far. And I went, you got to be kidding. So I said, what's the price? I was scared to death because I'm waiting to hear some outrageous number. It wasn't very affordable, like super affordable, like giveaway, my opinion. Signed up, went back to Mike and Dan, they signed up, and here we are 3 years later. Best thing that ever happened to me online. Mike and Dan can answer for themselves, but I know it is. And it's a business that once, for the first time in the history online, everyone wins if you get in and you pay attention. Just get in, pay attention, be plugged in, and you win. What more could you ask for? Susie's going to get into the details of it because if I did, we'll be here another 4 hours, and I don't want to do that. So I'm going to turn over to Susie Mccrea. Susie's got many, many, many years in corporate management, that Harry Carey type stuff that I didn't want to do. And she came in here, and I met her a couple of years ago. Super person, super intelligent, works with everyone, people person. She's probably got 1 million friends in here. And I'm going to turn over to her, and she's going to give you the presentation Susie style, which you will get and you will like. And if you want more information, you can get back to the person who shared this with you. Anyway, here's Susie, my little sister, Mccrea.
A little sister from a different mister.
Yes, that's right.
Yes.
I forgot to say it right.
If you want to make me host, Marty, I will clear everything up when we finish, okay? And take care of business. Thank you so much. And thank you. We see we have Red here as well. Good to see you, Red. Okay, so yes, everyone, I'm Susie Mccrea, a proud global founder for a company called ONPASSIVE. And today you're going to hear about the business and my story. You heard a little bit about Marty's story, and a lot of us have come into ONPASSIVE for all different reasons. So I'm going to tell you my story. I cannot express everything about ONPASSIVE today. It would take too long. So what we're hopeful for today is that if you catch just a glimpse of the vision of this company and our CEO, Ash Mufareh, you're going to jump on board and get back to the person who invited you, because you do have an opportunity to become a founder and partner with the CEO and the other founders across the globe and be part of a revolutionary company. I mean, I don't know about you, but when is the last time you have ever been invited to partner with a CEO, to be part of a company and to share in the revenue of that company? I got to tell you, it's never happened to me. So anyway, like Marty said, I have 30 plus years background in corporate I was worked for a large supermarket chain doing training and development, human resources, scheduling, new technologies, all of that kind of stuff. Then I transitioned and started working for the local hospital. I was in the human resources department. And then later after that, I was a manager of primary care practices. And at that point, I had allowed myself to really, really get burnt out with what was going on with my career, just the stress of it. And like a lot of people, I stopped taking care of myself. And I was introduced to some products by a woman I worked with that she said might help me feel better. And boy, did they make me feel better. I started feeling better. I felt great on the products. And what I learned about these products was they were MLM, multi-level marketing, network marketing. Maybe you've heard of that. I did not know that right away when I started taking the products. And what MLM means was that I could take the products and I could get other people to come in and take the products and become ambassadors of the company. And I could grow a business and earn commissions from bringing people in, who bring people in, who bring in customers, yada, yada, yada. So I said, geez, I was having fun with it. I said, I'm feeling good. People are asking me what's going on. So I said, yeah, hey, I'm for making some extra money. Who isn't, especially because it was a product I loved and I believed in, and it's a company that it is a great company. And I'm still part of that company and I still take the products. But this is what happened. I brought people in. We were having a good time. Our team was growing. We were doing well. And then all of a sudden, things didn't become so much fun anymore. The reason why is that most people don't like to recruit people in or to sell, or to have to always be looking for leads to get people in. So what started out as fun became very frustrating to me. You see, Marty was talking a little bit about this. People would come in and then they would leave for a variety of reasons. Either they didn't like the products or they could not afford to keep up with their monthly subscription to stay in the company and to stay commission qualified. So if you can picture like a bathtub with the drain open, and it's like people are coming in like water and they were leaving like water. So I said, there must be a better way to do this. I created a website. I learned from all these gurus how to get people to take a look at what I had to add value to people. Did self-improvement stuff. I spent a lot of time and money trying to figure out a better way to get people who needed the products in front of my website or in front of one of my videos or something, just so I could help them. Plus I could help build my business and help my team along the way, because by me helping my team, that helped in the revenue coming in and the commissions coming in. So as I was in search of that, I happened upon ONPASSIVE. I saw a very small a post in a women's entrepreneur Facebook group, and it talked about having a marketing platform all done for you, drives customers to your site. I was like, oh my goodness, whose ever idea this is genius. This is what I've been looking for, because all of the other components of my business, the website, the hosting, the email, having to figure out how to do a page that people could put in their email so I could capture their information, all of that was all different systems, complicated. I learned how to do it, but it was complicated. I was like, geez, this is ingenious that this man, Ash Mufareh, has come up with, all under one umbrella, marketing umbrella, where I could plug in my website what I was doing, and he would get customers in front of it, all for one low price. I said, this is ingenious. So I jumped right on board. Now, that was back in January 2020. And boy, have things changed since then. I'll tell you what happened to me. As I started getting more educated on what ONPASSIVE was, it morphed into this Goliath, this online internet company infused with artificial intelligence. All of a sudden, that marketing platform that Ash had envisioned grew and grew and grew to more products, better products, products built from scratch, products, digital products that people are currently using, want, and need, yet the ONPASSIVE ones are simple, all under one umbrella, and like I said, infused with artificial intelligence and machine learning. So on my journey, I'm like, geez, this company ONPASSIVE could be my business instead of the products and supplements that I was promoting. I'm like, geez, I could plug into ONPASSIVE. They do all the heavy lifting for you. They create a website for you. They do the marketing. They put customers in front of your website for the products of ONPASSIVE. They bring them in. They do all the customer service. They do all the troubleshooting. And get this, the CEO wants to share the profits with us. So that might sound a little crazy to you guys because we're not used to hearing that. You know, generally what we see are CEOs from big companies that are making oodles and oodles of money, not really sharing the wealth. So this is what makes ONPASSIVE different. So for the last 2.5 years, I have been part of ONPASSIVE and learning more and more every day. I'm going to talk a little bit about some of the products, but I highly recommend you go to onpassive.com. When you go there, you can see all the different products. They all begin with an O. You can go there and see all the different products. There's videos, there's frequently asked questions, and you can start to see what we have to offer. We are in the launching process right now. We are on the verge of going out to marketing to customers and bringing them in as customers of ONPASSIVE. We are in that process now, and the opportunity for you to come in as a founding member, lock yourself into the compensation plan, which is revolutionary, to get yourself locked in. That opportunity is going to be closing within the next week or so. Okay, maybe a little longer, maybe not. We don't tell this to you to pressure you. We are transparent. The company has integrity. We do not have to pester you, pressure you, or convince you. Someone invited you today because the opportunity is still open and it's a way for them to bless it forward to you. So anyway, here's a little bit about some of the products. The products and services right now in ONPASSIVE are products and services that millions and millions of people use across the globe. They are viable products. Ours are superior and at a lower price point, but the kicker too as well is that they're all under one umbrella. So here's an example of one that I am passionate about. It's called O-Staff. It is a human resource platform all in one in the ONPASSIVE ecosystem. So why is that important? Well, you see, our CEO is brilliant. He always looks at the user. He always looks at how can they make things simpler? How can you take repetitive tasks and use artificial intelligence and machine learning to free up managers, supervisors, employees' time? How can we do that better? Well, one of the ways is to have everything at your fingertips, and O-Staff has that. When I was a manager, especially when I managed primary care practices, it's a wonder I got burnt out. I was pulling my hair out. I literally had 5 or 6 different software platforms I had to log in and out of to do my tasks as a manager. I spent hours and hours hopping from one to the other. They didn't talk to each other. I had to do payroll in a certain one. If I wanted to hire someone, I had to go somewhere else. If I had to do something, I had to go through the financial plan software to do that. If I had staff education that had to get updated, staff would say, where do we go? Oh, I think we go to this software. How do I log in? Oh, you better call the help desk. It was just a vicious circle that everybody was in, so many different platforms, so much wasted time when we would get new platforms, have to train people on it. But the biggest thing was the cost. The cost of all of these platforms, some of them cost, I'm going to tell you, over $100,000 with limits on them. You see, with ONPASSIVE, the price point is going to be so affordable with so much value that businesses and people who are going to use the products for personal use are just going to flock in, and they are going to stay. They're not going to leave, because not just the value and the price point, they're going to have fun. They're going to love the ease of it. So having staff all in one area where a manager, a supervisor, employees know exactly where to go. Single sign-on. How beautiful is that? I encourage you to go to the ONPASSIVE YouTube channel and search ONPASSIVE Boston OStaff. You'll see when in January I was with the CEO, and we're letting the world know a little bit more about OStaff. The other thing we were told yesterday is that OStaff has CCTV integrated into it now, meaning that a business owner or company, for the first time, this is the first company to have this, will be able to not just manage everything in one place, but also be able to have closed caption TV and connected to it, so they can see different things, whether it's their back room, it's their inventory, it's their sales floor, so they can really keep an eye on what's happening in their business. Another one of the products is called OConnect. OConnect. Don't want to compare it to Zoom, but that's what I'm going to compare it to. It is our online communication, webinar, video service. Zoom, there's some great things about Zoom, but also the technology is very, very stale and old. With OConnect, the features are going to be tremendous. But the bigger thing about OConnect is, like I said, our CEO is not into capping things off and limiting things. There is no limit. If you don't know, with Zoom, you can have a free account, but it limits you to a certain amount of time, and you can't record and do all of the features. So you have to upgrade to another package. Then if you have a bigger workforce or a bigger business or a bigger network, you have to continue to upgrade to be able to have that many people on your Zoom. In addition to that, what I want to say is one of the biggest packages can cost up to $8,000 a month. It's like, are you kidding me? And you see, OConnect is going to have so many unique features to it that people have never seen before. It is going to be tremendous, and it is going to shake up the webinar world. I guarantee you that. So what's in it for you today as a possibility of you becoming a founder? I just talked about a couple of the products. You can go to onpassive.com. They are there. They are just unique, simple, and we are, like I said, getting ready to go to the customer. So today is more about you than any of us here. Today is an opportunity for you to get back to the person who invited you. We highly recommend that if you kind of get a little bit of a glimpse of this company, to jump on board, The opportunity is closing very, very soon. And then once you do jump on board, it is $97 plus a $5 credit card fee. That locks you in as a founder. You will then sign a non-disclosure agreement because there's a lot of proprietary information and that we share that in the back office. You too will have access to the back office. You will have access to our private webinars with our CEO, who we have with webinars with him frequently. You will be locked in to the pay structure of ONPASSIVE. That as well is revolutionary. We know a little bit about it. We have not seen the whole compensation package, but what we've been told is it doesn't matter what the recipe is because it is absolutely delicious. So what does that all mean? It means that we have a CEO who has invited us to partner with him, founders across the globe. We have over 1,300,000 founders in over 200 countries. We are certified and legal in over 200 countries, 1.3 million founders who are partnering with the CEO. He includes us in what's going on with the company. He lets us be ourselves. He wants to hear from us. But the best part is he wants to share the revenue with the founders across the globe. And one of the things that really hit me when I got to know our CEO, Ash Mufareh, is he spoke about he wants to do that because he wants us to take care of ourselves, take care of our financial needs, and then go out and give back to humanity. He goes, why have these business owners or CEOs, multi-billionaires living in a castle where there's children on the street with no shoes and with dirty water? That's a shame. He is not focused on money himself. He is focused on giving. He has a big heart. He has developed a business that starts here and then connects to your brain, from your heart to your brain. Once you jump on board and you see the community we have, you will understand what we're talking about. The other important thing that Ash said was that not that he finds more satisfaction in giving. And boy, isn't that the truth. And I'll tell you, all of us founders are on that same wavelength with them, that we could at some point, the wealth is going to come in. He's like, you can go buy a Rolex, you can go get a yacht and all that. And then what are you going to do? The real great part is when you can give back to change humanity. And that's what this man is doing. He is, for the first time, doing something that no one in history has ever done. And, sometimes what Marty likes to say is, if we told you even more today, you would have to put on sunglasses or a mining hat to really understand the enormity of this company. So let's keep it really simple. I'm just going to review real quick, and then we've got some great panelists coming on. You have an opportunity to become a founding member and partner with the CEO, $97 plus a $5 credit card fee. Okay, we are in the launching process. At the point when we get ready to go to market to customers, which is very, very soon, you will need to activate your account. That is going to be a very affordable amount of money that you will activate your account. Once you activate your account, you are in. We go to market, and the customers come in. ONPASSIVE takes care of everything. Those are the only 2 out-of-pocket payments that you will ever have to make out of pocket with ONPASSIVE. So keep it really simple. Go to onpassive.com, look around, and I truly believe if you catch a whisker of what we're all going to talk about today. You're going to want to get back to the person who invited you, jump on board, and you'll be good to go. So with that, we have a few speakers today. Welcome, Red. I think, Red, can I leave you for last, or do you need to go now? You're okay.
Leave me to last.
I'll leave it to last, the birthday boy from yesterday. So let's start with Andy. Andy joins us from the UK, and Andy will tell you he's a numbers guy. He's not a techie guy, and he's going to share a little bit of those numbers with you about ONPASSIVE and his insight. Go ahead, Andy.
Thank you, Susie. Well done. Yeah, as Susie said, I'm not technically minded in the slightest, and I really have no clue as to how things work. It's like a light bulb. You turn the switch and the light comes on. I don't need to know how electricity works, but I love the simplicity of this. I love the fact that they will register you a domain name, build you a website, drive specific targeted traffic, which Susie has touched on, to the website, close the sale and deal with all the customer support, but pay us for every customer that falls in our group. Now that's simple and straightforward and very easy to understand. What I love are the numbers. Now we anticipate taking on over 100 million customers in our first year. These products are that good and required by everybody, already used, but at a far higher price point and far superior to what's available today. So we're going to take on over 100 million customers. Now, as Susie mentioned, we've got 1.3 million founders. That's 1.3% of the first year's customer base. And our potential customer base for the products we have today, and I'll come back to that in a minute, but the products we have today is over 4.5 billion potential customers. So imagine being in the top 1% odd of Google or Amazon or Microsoft or Facebook even. That's incredible to be at that levels, and that's within 1 year. Now, I'm a numbers guy. I've worked with in finance for many years. I've helped clients out with savings for retirement. But what was interesting in the UK in particular, the average pension pot that people have saved over 30 years or 40 years in some instances, the average pension pot is 68,000 odd. It's nothing. It provides you with an income of just over £3,000 a year. Right now, let that sink in. That's £250 a month. That's nothing. Add that to the old age pension, or in the US, your security payments. In the UK, the average pension works out at about £7,155. So add the two together, it's just over £10,000 a year, and it works out at £846 a month. Now, I don't know about you, but my bar bill is larger than that every month. So how people can live on that, I don't know, but the point being, as Susie mentioned, it's $97 plus a $5 credit card fee. I'll put my teeth back in. And then when we launch, the payment's going to be under $300, or expected to be under $300. So you're talking about a retirement plan here of $400. Yeah, not an awful lot. Okay, I hope that helps, Susie.
Yes, thank you so much. Good to see you, Andy. Yeah, you really hit the nail on the head with the amount of coming into ONPASSIVE, plus the value you get. I mean, I don't think I've ever had this much fun at being part of a company in my lifetime. Okay, next we have Dan Street. Dan comes to us from Colorado in the United States. Marty spoke a little bit about him. There's Mike, Marty, and Dan, and he's that Dan part of it. And he's going to tell you a little bit of his insight with ONPASSIVE. Okay, Dan.
Okay, thanks, Susie. You did a great job. And Susie does an amazing job of giving everybody an overview of how massive ONPASSIVE is and how we can all benefit. And you know, what's interesting to me is that we all of us on the panel here and all of the 1.3 million people that are founding members all come from different backgrounds. And we have developed relationships with one another that I never thought we could do online before a company launched. It's amazing, and all over the world. And we've developed these relationships and nurtured these relationships, and we've become close to one another. It's just amazing. So my background is I had a career in selling medical devices to orthopedic surgeons and spending the majority of my life in the operating room. I spent years dreaming of a way to gain my time freedom and eliminate the stress and to build wealth online. So when ONPASSIVE was introduced to Marty, Mike, and I by Red Redfern here 3 years ago, we honestly have never been so excited about the potential of a company. And we got excited about it more and more every day because it hung around and it kept getting better and better and better. So for all you new people here, we're moving fast and we're not looking back. And those of you who get it and understand what Susie presented today, you really should jump on board. Like she said, we're in 215 countries or over 200 countries and 1.3 million founders. And it's a massive, massive amount of believers in the vision of Ashton Farah. And the cool part is that we are in the process, as Susie was talking about, of launching to the world right now. So we've been online for, as you look at Susie, my background, the ultimate ride of a lifetime, and we're privileged to be founding members of ONPASSIVE. So the key takeaways for all of you new people today that are listening here and really want to understand what this company is all about is just take away that we are a company, a real company with real products and real people. And these products are proprietary. They're built from scratch. They're AI induced and they're superior and at a price point and value that's better than anything you will find. So the bottom line is we're going to disrupt a lot of major companies out there that a lot of you are familiar with. And as Andy was talking about, the ONPASSIVE will drive targeted traffic to your site, increase your customer base, and that adds revenue to your business so that you can earn commissions over and over again. And that's whether you choose to be active and share this business with people, like a lot of marketers like to do, or if you just choose to be passive and let the company build a business for you, you will be successful. So value of the products of this company are so superior that once the company generates customers for your business, they'll never leave your business because it's so superior to anything out there on the market today. So the AI-induced software does follow up on your visitors. It answers the questions. It closes the sale. And keep in mind that this is all automated. Everything is automated for you. It's done for you. So this webinar is about you, okay? We're introducing you to a new way and a much better way of looking at resources and products that you already use. And all this is yours through a company called ONPASSIVE. So you have the opportunity right now to become a founding member before that position closes forever, and it will close forever. It's not coming back. So it's and as Susie said, I think it's going to be a few weeks, but we don't know. We don't know. It's going to be any day now. So get with the person that shared this with you and join us for the ultimate ride of a lifetime. Back to you, Susie.
Yes, thank you so much, Dan. You know, what I love about this is, you know, I kind of went on and on with my little spiel. Andy added some important pieces, and so did Dan. You don't need to really overthink this too much. And, you know, a lot of people say, well, geez, I don't quite understand, or I don't really get it. That's okay. As long as you see the vision of what this company is going to do. This company is going to help all of us who jump on board be successful. And then once we become successful, we are going to give back in ways unimaginable. I forgot to tell you about one of the products is called Oh Bless. And that is a crowdfunding donation type website. Well, if you've ever used other ones like GoFundMe, they charge a fee. Not Oh Bless. Our CEO knows that that is a valuable product for people. It's out there. It does not charge fees. Once it gets out there, it does not charge fees. And it's a way for all of us to start campaigns or give to things that we really want to give back to, because in the end, that can generate the best feeling for all of us, is we are going to be blessed, and then we're going to be able to give back. And you know what? It's a different model of business out there that most people aren't used to seeing or hearing about, because a lot of times it's like, well, what's in it for the owner? What's in it for the CEO? And what he's doing is he's taking care of us. I failed to even tell you, and then I'm going to let Red speak. We started some marketing campaigns, and they were in Dubai. Now, I knew a little bit about Dubai, but I didn't really know about the Burj Khalifa. The Burj Khalifa is the tallest building in the world. Our CEO did something so dynamic. He had a laser show going up the Burj Khalifa, getting the world to learn about ONPASSIVE. We have marketing campaigns in all different locations in Dubai, at the aquarium, at the ice rink, on the highway, in the malls. He knows what he's doing. He's a genius at marketing. And the other thing is, he bought the top 2 floors of the Burj Khalifa. So if you see behind Andy and behind Red, Red says the top, Andy says soaring to the very top. Our CEO is setting us up at the top so that we can all be successful, not from his garage where we have to build and build and build and build. We are already starting at the top. The products in the company are going to go viral. It's your chance to jump on board. Get back to the person who invited you. In the chat, I put, if you want a copy of today's webinar, you can email onpassivenation@gmail.com. onpassivenation@gmail.com, because you may be hearing everything and say, geez, how am I going to explain this to someone I care about? Get the link. Also, I put in the chat onpassive.com, www.onpassive.com. Go take a look around. Okay, we're going to wrap things up with Red Redfern, who we call Mr. Q&A. Red has been a founder. He's been in, geez, almost since day one. He comes to us from the UK. He's a no-nonsense kind of guy, speaks from the heart, you know, always with the truth and transparency. So, Red, if you'd like to add a few things, that would be great.
Thanks very much, Susie. Great presentation. Andy and Dan, thanks for your contribution. So this presentation today, guys, is for the founder's position. This is your early doors, get in before we launch to the public. But I know what you're all thinking. I've heard all this. You've talked about products. You talked about this. How am I going to make some money? Right? This is what you're here for at the end of the day. You are thinking, I've heard all these things before, but how's it going to affect me as a person? How am I going to make money with ONPASSIVE? This is why you're here at the end of the day. You know, all the other things that we've talked about, yes, they are going to be available, but at the end of the day, we want to make some money. We are going to be a customer-based business, and the way that this business makes money is exactly the same as every other business. We have things for sale. We are offering you a founder's position in the pre-launch stage before we go to the general public. All of our digital products and services that we have in our own ecosystem are going to be for sale. When you make a sale, you get a commission, plain and simple. That's how you make your money. On top of that, you have a genealogy, a team. You get commissions and parts of their pot as well. Plain and simple. That is how it works. But you have to be a founder first to participate in it. So that is how you make money out of ONPASSIVE. We sell something, you get a commission, everybody is happy. The company's happy, they've made a sale, you're happy, you have made a commission. But there is so much more to the founder's position than just that. We are here to offer you a very unique opportunity to get your foot in the door. How many times have you looked at other businesses, you might have heard of them, and thought, if only I had of, you know, I can remember back in the day when Microsoft first came about and they were offering founder positions in that, and I didn't take any notice. I remember the early days of Apple, and I didn't take any notice of that, and many other companies as well. Bet365, I had an opportunity with them. Look where they are now as well. This is an opportunity for a very, very low risk cost of 97 US dollars. It comes with a money back guarantee anyway. You can pay by debit and credit card. So you're actually covered by the Visa and MasterCard guarantees anyway. So you can come on in, you can have a look around and all of the rest of it. If you don't like it, you can request a refund. But the one thing I will say to everybody who's listening to this today is you've been invited by somebody. That person who has invited you today not only believes in the company and what they are trying to do and the opportunity that involves within it, but they also believe in you as their friend, as somebody they know, because they do not want you to miss out. And it's as plain and simple as that. This is an opportunity to get in at the beginning. And it is the beginning of something that is going to be revolutionary within not only the internet space, but it's going to be larger than that as well. We are going to be a household name, the same as Microsoft, the same as Amazon, the same as Google, the same as Apple, the same as GoDaddy and Yahoo and all of these other names that are out there now. We are going to be the same. If you cast your mind back to before these companies, there was other companies there which were just as good, but they're not there anymore. Look at the mobile phone. Nothing wrong with Motorola, nothing wrong with Nokia, but where are they now? It's not that they weren't any good. It's just that something better, cheaper, did the job more efficiently than they did. And we as consumers like it. ONPASSIVE is the same. We are a company that has all of the latest technology, that has all of the products integrated with AI technology that the whole world now is falling over themselves to get it integrated. And you have the chance to be a founder in it. We are going to change so many things online and offline. You'll be absolutely amazed. All you need to know is this is a good deal. Plain and simple. $97 for a really, really good deal. Trust the person who has brought you here today. They know more about the company than you do. If nothing else, trust that person. Dip your toe in the water and you will not be sorry. Back to you, Susie.
Well, thank you, Red. I'd like to thank all the panelists today, Andy, Dan, and Red for joining us, and Marty earlier. Like Red said, get back to the person who invited you. You want to know something? We're here today on our own time. We're here for the benefit for you, not for us. We're here to help explain a little bit, a smidgen about this company on behalf of the founders who have invited you. I mean, I can't think of the last time. I have never been invited to be a founder of a company of this magnitude. And boy, am I glad I said yes. So like we said, get back to the person who invited you. If you want a copy of today's presentation, I put it in the chat. Send an email to onpassivenation@gmail.com. Go visit onpassive.com. Go look at the products, the videos, the frequently asked questions. Go to the OnPassive YouTube channel. Go on YouTube and search some of the videos. You are going to be blown away. This is a revolutionary company. I know you might hear that cliche, once in a lifetime opportunity, but do yourself a favor, jump in, then continue your learning process. You are going to be amazed. And one last thing I want to end with is some of you may hear a lot of this stuff and say, geez, I don't want an organization. I don't want a team. What am I going to do with customers? Remember, the company takes care of all of that for you. Once we go to customers, if you want to promote on passive, you can. You also have the choice to sit back and not do anything and let the company do the work for you. They will handle the business. They will handle the customer support, everything on your behalf. Customers are not going to be coming to you asking you questions. Rest assured, this is set it and forget it if that's what you choose to do, because our CEO wants to help everybody out there, regardless of your level of expertise on marketing or not. It doesn't matter. But what does matter is that you have a positive mind and attitude. You have a heart to give back to humanity. Those are the type of founders we want on board. We want people who are positive, and the opportunity is closing very soon. So thanks again, everybody. And we'll talk to you again soon. Okay, thanks, fellas. Good to see you all.